I'm so nervous. Ay, sorry. I was telling the Candy girls kanina that I'm so nervous, and then they were like, "Oh, you've done so many talks in schools," and I was like, "Oh, but Dice is not there." It's the first time. Okay. Anyway, so the instructions for us was to pick 10 photos, and syempre the obvious thing to do would be to pick 10 photos from your history with Summit, but well, number one, I was jahe to show my photos from before, from 2006. I've been with Summit for 9 years. Yeah, 9 years. Magta 10 years na next year. And I've changed so much in those 9 years, and Summit has also changed so much, and I think Summit has also changed a lot of who I am. And, back then I was 20, I was fresh out of college. I was single. And things are so different now. I recently said goodbye to Candy-ish, but I'm still with them. But I'll always be a Candy girl at heart. Naging Candy na. There. So, but I didn't wanna share my personal history. So, I'm gonna do something a bit different. This is actually, I thought about like sharing what I'm passionate about, because that's really the purpose of this talk. So I thought about the things that I'm personally passionate about, and it's always been working and writing for young people, working with and writing for young people. So that's always been my thing, like since I was in high school and college. And now that I'm no longer a young person, that's still my passion. So what I'm gonna share with you today is actually recycled, repurposed from a talk that I did for Designer Story. It's an organization, well, run by young women and for young women. They had this big event last August, and some of the Candy girls attended. So sila pa lang yung may alam nitong talk na to. So hindi pa sila sawa, once pa lang. It's actually about finding your creative purpose and doing what you love no matter the circumstances, and just doing what it is that makes you happy no matter where life takes you. So what I did for Designer Story was just a straight talk, but then while I was thinking about it, this afternoon ko lang ginawa, I decided to turn it into a story for kids. So in a perfect world, illustrated with like, para, sana napa-illustrate ko, or, so imagine na lang it's an illustrated children's book. Okay, so, it's about a wishbone. It's about the little wishbone that could. So there was once a little wishbone trying to find his place. He searched high and low for the answer, or even a friendly face. He met a hefty encyclopedia who peered over his glasses and said, "You were designed to help birds fly. At least that's what I've read. You strengthen the thoracic skeleton, tama ba? Thoracic skeleton, and help withstand the rigors of flight. I think you should be proud of yourself. You've been doing it right." The wishbone thanked the encyclopedia and went his own way. Then he met a fork, literally a fork in the road. Hey. The fork told him that, next please. The fork told him that Forcula, his scientific name, is little fork in Latin, which means our choices matter and we shouldn't linger in between. Although it's tempting to try to be everything all at the same time, it's best to know what you want, to be able to say, "This corner is mine." Then along came a boy and a girl, young lovers with much to learn. They each took hold of the wishbone's handles until their fingers started to burn. That's my favorite slide. I know, the next one is my favorite slide. They pulled and pulled in opposite directions until the wishbone split into two. The girl ended up with the bigger piece and yelled, "Ha, I'm better than you." That's my favorite slide. The boy whined and sulked and pouted. He was clearly kind of mad. The wishbone noticed the difference between them and it made him really sad. He thought, sometimes you get the big piece and sometimes you get the small. It doesn't mean you didn't pull hard enough. It's just how life is, that's all. He told the boy, you won't know which piece you'll get if you don't even try. So please cheer up, chill out, and for the love of God, don't cry. The boy and the girl said goodbye, and the wishbone watched their retreating backs. He tried to piece himself together, but you could still see the cracks. Then someone tapped him on the shoulder, and he turned to see a heart. It looked tired, bruised, and beaten, like it had just been torn apart. We're both broken, the wishbone said, not knowing what else to say. But the heart smiled and said, it's still a brand new day. Sometimes things have to break for wishes to come true. This sounds like a fair deal to me, doesn't it to you? So that's how the heart and the wishbone found their purpose and a friend. I guess we have to wrap up this story now, but this really isn't the end. That's it. So, wait na. So, the story slash poem is about, on the surface, it's about a wishbone who wants to find his purpose. And it relates a lot to, as creatives, we're always struggling to find our purpose, or what do I really want to do? Am I in the right industry? But then, yun nga, like the wishbone and the heart realize sometimes things have to break for you to get your wish, because you have to break the wishbone for you to get your wish. And, this is what, okay, medyo personal. This is what I always talk about with Anton, my boyfriend. Siyempre wala siya, dito pa nag-usapan namin. The same rule that we apply to our relationship, I think it also applies to a life of a creative person, that sometimes you pull and you pull, but you get the smaller piece. But that doesn't mean that you didn't exert enough effort or that you didn't work hard enough. It's just that, someone has to get the bigger piece and someone has to get the smaller piece. But, maybe next time you'll get the bigger piece. So it's really just a matter of just keeping on and just pulling and pulling until you finally get your wish. Thank you.